Przepraszam. Let's begin with a pretty simple fascial warm-up. We're going to just go through certain biomechanical movements to lubricate fascia, to prepare for the more dynamic part of the class. So as we stand, let's say in the middle of the mat, we're going to place our feet parallel, and let's actually begin swinging side to side, just to check the feeling of pressure, check the sensation in the hips. As you feel more or less even, once you catch the feeling, okay, this is my both feet engaged, swing couple more times towards the front of the foot, return back to the heels. Notice how the upper body reacts, where you feel the most glute engagement, or perhaps sense some stretching sensation as you go forwards, as you go backwards. Okay, and there we go. We're going to find most stable feet position or usage, I would say. So just make sure your body weight is evenly, pleasantly spread on the surfaces of your feet, and with the common inhalation, pressing up against the feet, lengthening through the crown, opening, also kind of lengthening the body through fingertips, and then with exhalation, just simply relax, soften your body, bend the knees a little bit. Let's do it a couple more times. So with the inhalation, pressing up, growing taller, at the same time relaxing shoulders, letting the scapula slide lower down along the spine, spreading fingers, lifting the crown, and as you exhale, soften the position, just pleasantly land into your flat feet with a full body weight, full body relaxed. And let's do one more. As you inhale, pressing up, sensing this activation from your toes, from your heels into the crown, stretching into the fingertips, and as we exhale, soften the position, remaining here. Next manipulation is going to be our spinal articulation. So as you inhale, one more time, just spread your, remaining on your slightly bent knees, spread your hands wider, fingertips through external shoulder rotation, send your elbows quite behind your rib cage. And then as you be exhaling, begin with the bottom vertebrae, twisting them as gently send this wave into curving your spine evenly, slowly, and as you finish this rounding, connect your palms and elbows together. So we're going to move really slow so we feel every element as we inhale, slowly spreading out the fingers, moving palms, elbows apart, articulating your spine again from the bottom, sending the sitting bones, the tailbone to the back as you feel the external shoulder rotation, gazing up, pleasant cow-like spinal opening. And let's do three more with exhalation, beginning with the bottom spine. Send this pleasant warm wave or like energy wave into your crown. As you sense your crown moves forwards, your chin tucks on the chest, connecting the elbows and the palms. Let's do two more. Inhale and slowly opening. The magic of this practice actually to synchronize and articulate your body very gently, very precisely. So make sure that the wave ending in your spine, kind of ending in your crown as the head position changes, also happens together with your elbow and palms meeting together. As you are curving the spine to the opposite cow-like open position, make sure your palms and elbows get to the most outward position. So let's do one more as we exhale, super slow. This almost puts you in a trance. So make sure you're in it. Like you're really there with your conscious right now to make sure your body moves according to your breath. And we're going to end with the exhalation, just dropping our arms down. Again, swinging side to side. Practice today is not going to be very, I would say, passive. It will be pretty active, but in the beginning we do want to kind of engage, make this inventory in the body, make sure we possess full control to move on forwards. And to the front of the feet, to the heels, maybe notice maybe something changed, perhaps in the beginning as you were swinging you felt different, maybe you felt more of your legs engaging, maybe now you're actually feeling the movement reflecting even somewhere in your spine, maybe in your rib cage, maybe also feel how it reflects in your head, changing position. So as we relax, as we optimize our body, we feel the fullest engagement versus like in the beginning, jump, jump, more of rough, sharp movements. Nice. Now with the common inhale, again, spread out your body, fingertips, crown elevated pleasantly. So you basically feel the length of your muscles, not exaggerating it. As you exhale, just relax into softer position. Next, we're going to be just bringing one hip and the other. According to your breath, as you inhale, please remain in the center. Let your arms remain relaxed. As you exhale, actively kind of shrink, contract your muscles on the right side. It doesn't matter. Technically, you can start with the left as well. So as you contract your obliques, try to pull the weight of your hip. Make the heel according to the side. So if it's your right oblique, it's your right heel. Elevate up. And as you inhale, softly return, full attention, full experience. Make sure you're steady on both feet. The pressure on your feet equalize. As you exhale, slowly begin with activation. Send your attention to your obliques. Make the hip kind of pull underneath your rib cage. Feel that you're not bending the leg, you're not moving your quad up. It's just the result of this muscle activation here. Okay, as you inhale, slowly unshrink the muscles. So let the muscles relax, let your hip go down, let the heel softly touch the ground. We're going to do 3 more each side. Exhaling. Focus on contracting the right side. If you're on the right, if it's left, it's also okay. As you are contracting these muscles, feel how the hip moves underneath the ribcage, how heel has elevated. As you inhale, slowly, don't hurry. So as slow as you relax the right side, let this the right side of your body lengthen. As you're ready with the exhalation, contract the left obliques. Feel how the hip moves underneath the rib cage. Your pelvis is changing position. Of course, the heel elevates up with the inhalation slowly. Feel it begins in your obliques. Your hip slowly moves down. The heel slowly settles. Full foot engagement. With the common exhalation, begin contracting the left side of your body, the left oblique. Bring the hip, feel how the leg follows, how the heel moves up. And as you inhale, slowly kind of roll the foot. Be actually in there right now. Slowly feel how the foot rolls from the front to the heel as you remain steady on both feet. The final rep with exhalation, left oblique, contracted. Again, side doesn't matter really. Just make sure you're slowly kind of shrinking these muscles, contracting them and pulling all the left side of the body up. And as you inhale, slowly kind of unfold it. Let it slowly align, return to the symmetry. And final practice now, if you like, you can shake your arms, shake your legs, and kind of wiggle, send some motion in your hips. And as you're ready, we're gonna gather the momentum. So we will be stepping with the right leg to the back, as already kind of bounces you back. As you step in with the right leg to the back, you are turning your torso to the left. As you send your arms, stretching them, follow with your gaze. So you're looking at the fingertips. You want to reach as much to the back, and then with exhale, just return. Yeah, so you feel like you're constantly twisting opposite directions. Your torso and the bottom. Good. Let's keep following. Let's keep turning the head. Because the main trick usually is to unfreeze the neck, defrost the neck, as we like when we start. Focus on technicalities and then just let your body really do the movement for you intuitively with a full engagement. And I believe that after previous, not only body but attention warming up practices, you feel much more confident. You feel fuller engagement. Like your attention is in the majority of your body cells right now, let's say. So let's do 2 more. Inhale, exhale. This is it. Let's remain with our feet together now. As we inhale and pressing up against fullest feet surfaces, rotating shoulders external, reaching up, connecting fingertips above the head. And as we exhale, slowly bring the right knee towards your chest. As you stay steady on the left foot, try to press it flatly. With a common exhalation, bring the palms cover your right knee and slightly pull your right knee a little closer to yourself. Remain focused. Keep focusing on the relaxed left foot, keep grounding it, keep spreading the toes. As you're ready with the coming inhalation, stretch your arms to the side, spreading the fingers quite long. I'm just gonna quickly do this, maybe even this, so we are more visible. Okay, keep breathing. This is it. And as we begin to be ready, with the coming exhalation, we're going to straighten the right leg, tighten in the kneecap. And if you feel, in order to straighten your leg, you must lower your leg, that's okay. Remain neutral in your spine, remain steady on your left foot. We're going to repeat this twice more. So inhale and bend in the knee. Try to kind of send the quad closer to your rib cage. I don't want to say twist the hips because I don't want you to ruin the feeling of neutral line in your body. So if you're squeezing your glutes too much and this kind of breaks this feeling of neutrality, just lower the thigh a little lower. As we're ready with the coming exhalation, tighten the right kneecap, keep having kind of reaching with your head higher. One more inhale. It's okay to lower the leg. Just don't break the neutrality in your spine. Keep remaining relaxed and steady on your left foot. With the exhale, straighten the right leg. Let's say you stay here for just a couple more breaths. With the inhale, point the toes away. With the exhale, bring the toes all five. Try to kind of count them through your sensation. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex the ankle. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Now, just one rotation to the right as you breathe in. One rotation to the left as you breathe out. Inhale and bring the right knee towards the chest. With the exhalation, settle your feet both apart, parallel on the ground, and couple swinging movement. As you do those swings with your pelvis, basically be in your feet with your attention. Just notice how this position change reflects in the pressure. Also make sure you notice your rotations. So supination and pronation as we lean kind of a bit harder on the big toe, on the external edge. So as you continue swinging, keep like, sucking your feet into the ground with this flat, steady feeling. Now a couple circles. Doesn't matter right or left. Let's make sure that half the circle we breathe in, half the circle we breathe out, and we carry our hips completely parallel to the ground. So let's just not, like imagine your pelvis is a bowl full of water. You don't want to spill that water. Now let's, after about 3 reps, let's change direction. Half circle inhale, half circle exhale. Just be completely focused. It actually feels really nice to close eyes here. Just trust the sensation. As you feel the movement of your pelvis reflecting into your feet, figure out whether you want to straighten your knees. Does that feel better? It helps you to spread the front and extend the hips. Does it feel actually more satisfying for your sacrum to bend the knees? And now we're going to step in the center as the next inhalation comes, spreading out the body, stepping the left leg away, turning torso to the right, reaching out with the gaze, and as we prepare it, with exhalation, cross by diagonal, and allow your head, your gaze to be following your fingertips at all times. Okay, this is additional challenge because right now nothing else matters but you trusting the stability of your right foot. So while you are turning your head right and left, this may feel quite dizzy, but ground your attention into how you sense your right foot. Be steady just through that connection. Let's do 3 more. Let's do 2 more. Feel how bubbly your hips are probably already right now. Like something definitely is changing. You feel that energy, feel that blood circulation. Now let's step our feet together. Perhaps a little gap between your heels, but toes quite tight. And as you're ready with the inhalation, as you rotate your shoulders externally, reaching up, pressing up against flat but relaxed, steady feet. Connect your fingertips like in a prayer. Spreading them wide. As the next exhalation happens, slowly bring your left knee towards the chest without ruining any feeling of neutrality here. Grab your left knee to your palms And as I'm speaking of neutrality, this means that everything in the body should feel pretty much the same. Not too much burn in the quad, not too much burn in the glute. So keep relaxing the right foot, keep pressing up against it, send this feeling, like kind of articulate that feeling of extension, like boom, 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 on every level into your crown without too much squeezing anything. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed, scapulas are flat. As we are ready with the common inhalation, stretch your arms to the sides. With the exhale, slowly drive your right heel up, pointing the toes up till your kneecap is completely tight. Figure out the level of your thigh for that, so inhale and slowly bend. We're present in this motion. Exhale, so be here, be focused on every second, every half second you're doing this. As you inhale, drive the foot down. Figure out in your sensation where the parts of your body are against each other. Palms, foot, head, the other right foot you're standing on. Now straighten the left leg and begin pointing the toes slowly as you inhale. Slowly as you exhale, remaining relaxed and neutral. You can do this. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale, flex. One last. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale, flex. And now just one rotation. As you inhale, slowly rotate the foot one side, doesn't matter which. With exhalation, slowly rotate the ankle opposite. And now as you breathe in, bring the knee closer. As you exhale, step your feet together and then apart. One delicate, let's settle in finalizing this fascial warm-up. Just basically intuitively choose the movement that works best for you, whether you want to shake your muscles, maybe tap a little bit, or actually feel, trust yourself, send this motion exactly where you feel it the most right now. Sometimes when you do those balances, we may gather quite some tension in the shoulders. If so, this will work well when you tap your heels and allow this vibration get in your shoulder, in your head, if that's the matter, or some rotations, if that's more for your thighs, for your hips. And as we are good here, let's take a sip of water perhaps, and we're moving into our dynamical part, a bit of vinyasa. In the end, you may expect some, I would say, pretty cool and powerful breathing exercise, which will perfectly switch you into creative mode and keep having you there during the night. So the rest tonight is promised to be delightful. So with such planning ahead, let's come closer to the beginning of the mat. Now let's have our feet closer. It's okay to have a bit of a gap between the heels. Make sure you're steady in between, leaning on the big toe edge, on the pinky toe edge. As you're settled with a common inhale, pressing up against your feet, lengthening into the crown. Compensate in this elevation in your head. Stretch your fingertips down so you feel trapezius muscle length as well. Your scapula is sliding flat on the ground. Now we're just going to draw one circle with the crown to the right. As we breathe in half circle, as we exhale, other half circle, and then to the left. Just keep activating your body. Don't give up in any part of this circle. As we finish exhalation, we stop in the center. Now inhaling, rotating shoulders externally, gazing up, connecting fingertips above the head. With the exhalation, looking down and reaching towards the floor. Halfway up, knees bend or straight. Your decision, yogi's choice. Keep lengthening, keep sensing the neutral lines in your body. With the exhale, press your palms to the ground, step your feet apart, and as you inhale, the next time, lifting the heels up, bending the knees and placing them into your armpits. Make sure your elbows are straight, fingers are closed, so you're pressing the fingertips into the ground. Begin stretching, driving your crown forwards as you prepare it with a common inhalation. Once you sense your feet kind of elevated from the ground, with the exhale, bring the toes closer. Now, yogi's choice. You may jump into the plank, you may simply step. Prepare, and with the common inhalation, let's go into the plank. Pressing up. With the exhalation, down facing dog. Let's keep feet wider. Let's give ourselves settle in this position. So feel which part of the spine, which space or part in the body needs it the most. Some intuitive motion, whether you like to bend the knees, look from side to side, use some twists, make sure your wrists are happy, bend the fingers, straighten them, try to press the heels to the floor, couple waves with your head, like nod and yes and then no. Next we're gonna put our feet together, and as soon as we're ready with the coming inhale, stretch your right leg up, make sure the hips and shoulders are remaining square. With the exhalation, gracefully bring your right knee towards the chest, articulating the bottom spine to round. And inhaling into warrior one, pressing up against both straight legs, reach up, connect the fingertips like in prayer-like position above your head, make sure shoulders are relaxed, slide the flat scapulas slightly lower. Now check your left foot to feel the nice pressure, even pressure on 5 toes. Now breathing in, stretch your arms forwards. As you exhale, let the right heel get on the floor, and we're opening into warrior two. Now inhaling, check all directions, pull the crown higher, spread your fingers wider, also rotate your thighs, feel this complete external rotation, sense all the feet are flat on the ground. And now full attention with the common exhalation. As we turn the torso back to the center, we bring the left heel up. And now slight change with the common inhalation, turning the left wrist towards your face, gazing up on the fingertips, pulling up, reaching up actively. With the exhale, as we slowly return to the warrior two, the left heel goes down, okay? Now inhaling, turn forward. As long as your palms are to connect, that long your left hip rotates, the left heel goes up. Now with the exhalation, gazing up slowly, both synchronize the foot movement, left foot and left hand as we return to the warrior two. One last trap. Now inhaling as you lift that left heel, as you bring the nice pressure, even pressure on 5 toes. As you exhale, reach up, gaze up, follow, synchronize the movements of your hand and foot. Now we remain in the warrior two, breathing in, lay the left palm on the external edge of your left thigh, bring actively the right arm up. Now with the exhalation, we are following the stretch as we lean the right elbow on the top of the left knee, connect the palms together in the prayer, gazing straight, opening the hands, reaching from the heart center to the tips of the fingers, lengthening through the neck, feeling the neutral, not compressed, not bent on any level spinal line. Now with the exhale, we're gonna put the palms together. We're gonna slowly turn as long as we exhale. The torso, the hip, the left heel rises up. Slowly driving with the common inhalation, the crown forwards. Like, let's try to do it without bouncing. Just slide the crown until you stand on the straight right leg. Push against the flat foot with the exhalation. Keep driving the left foot back to the floor till your 5 toes reach the ground. Inhaling, gazing up. Now with the exhale, one more approach. Drive the crown till you actively pressing against that right leg. Lift yourself into warrior three. Inhale and drive the left foot to the end of the mat. Feel how it pulls the torso, how it pulls and gives this kind of wave momentum into your head till you return to the warrior one. And one final wrap as you inhale. Slowly begin the motion with your crown as it pulls the rest, the torso, the leg point, the left toes down. Press up against the flattest right foot. With the exhalation, drive the toes back to this position. Now breathing in, opening the arms into more like embraceful, I would say, position to check all the lines, check all the open spaces in the body. Now with the exhalation, we're gonna embrace ourselves. Right palm goes on the left shoulder, left on the right. And like this, connecting elbows together, remaining in this neutral position. Slowly begin gazing with your eyes to the right through your right shoulder as your body follows into this twist, the middle, above the middle back. Slowly figure out the level where you feel without typical leaning on your elbow. Just feel the twist working through complete length of your spine, through your eyes, through your neck, into your lower spines, but stopping them actually in the middle. So now we're gonna open arms with the next inhale, continuing gazing straight or higher up to the right palm fingertips. As we exhale, we're gonna try straddling the right knee, and inhaling, we're bending the leg again. With the exhalation, returning to the center. Now pressing the external edge of the left foot, pushing against the right foot actively, opening the thighs in external rotation. With the exhale, we're gonna turn to the left. And as we find the neutral torso position without compressing the right hip too much or laying on the top of the thigh, again, we're gonna open with both hands, inhaling, gazing straight or gazing to the top of the left fingertips. Now with the exhalation, straddling the right knee. Make sure you feel the complete hip opening. Keep driving the left hip externally, so you feel nice, even pressure on the left foot. Now look down, breathing in, bend the right knee. If that's an option, if your body doesn't struggle with it, kind of slide a little lower. Now we're gonna begin wiggling the left foot a little closer till you feel settled, even 50-50 pressure on both feet. Now it's up to you. You might turn your shoulders internally and then create the grip, grabbing your, or like hooking your fingertips. Let's make a deal that if you do this, you don't bring too much pressure on the right foot. You're standing on both, then you're bringing the, as you're more standing on the left foot, you're bringing the foot closer, and you might come up through neutral spine. If all this looks like not for right now, then instead of doing that palm grip, you're bringing your right knee into your hands, as in the beginning of the class. Perfect, ladies, looks great. As we remain here, we're taking one additional breath just to check the open spaces in the body. If we like, with the common exhalation, we straighten the leg, and now just stay with me for one additional breath, if that's okay. So with the common inhale, point the toes down. With the common exhale, point the toes away. One inhale to rotate the foot to the right. One breath to rotate the foot to the opposite. And with the inhale, bend in the knee. With the exhale, return yourself where you were, with feet standing next to each other. Let's drink some water if that's what feels right now. Shake out any, surprise that body may have accumulated in the previous round. Now, as we're gonna go into the symmetrical repeat for the left side, we know what to expect. So let's promise ourselves to go even gentler, even more mindful, to actually be present within every second, within every body cell in the body, to make this work fantastically complete, versus focusing on achieving certain, like, don't go with the feeling like you must not anything. Just remain here and now. Keep just scanning your body for all the sensations. Try to lead yourself towards your comfort zone. So as we speak of it, let's check feet are standing in a nice steady position with a common inhalation, rotating shoulders externally, reaching up, connecting the fingertips above the head and relaxing shoulders, sliding the scapula lower with the exhalation, folding down fingertips or palm centers on the floor, halfway up, inhaling, lengthening, bringing the chin to the neutral position to feel complete, even stretch in the back of your legs as you feel it in your spine. Now with the exhalation, point your toes outside and slowly, as you kind of fall to the back, compensate, driving your arms and head forwards till you make the complete squat, the type that feels good, that doesn't feel like way too much. Now we go into bring the elbows towards the shin, spreading them fingers wider. You may begin dynamically swing to the back, forwards, gaining the momentum, kind of pushing yourself to the back first, helps your body to relax and your hips to let the stretch happen a bit deeper as you lean on your elbows. As you feel prepared, like there is no resistance, because if you still feel there is some struggle in your hips and as you try to lean, they're kind of like, there's some electricity, then just breathe it out. Better spend about 3 breaths, just trusting your body to relax, trust your spine to decompress, feel like your spine gets longer when you do this versus shrinks. Yeah, so that's why we're here. If it feels easy, then as you slide, you drive your crown forwards, then enter your Bakasana. Let's spend wherever you are, if you're still leaning on your elbows, as your feet are touching the ground, or if you're balancing here, just spend this mindful breath. Focusing on how space in your body grows, feel how lungs are extending, how ribs are elevating. As you exhale, feel the wave of relaxation going through each vertebra. Let's get ready, and either we step or jump into the Chaturanga plank, breathing in with the exhalation, down facing dog. Again, allow yourself a moment to realize what's the movement your body craves right now. Maybe it's some waves, maybe it's some twists, maybe it's simple inventory check of your wrist, of your ankles. And so as you feel ready, please put your feet together. With the coming inhalation, stretch your left leg up. Let's make sure shoulders and hips remain square. With the exhalation, gracefully articulating the bottom vertebrae, round in the back. Bring the left knee closer to the chest. Tap the foot on the ground. Inhaling, rising up into warrior one. Straightening both legs. Now with the exhalation, we're gonna bend the left knee as we stretch arms forwards. Now as we inhale, we open. Let's remember that we are actively reaching out. So imagine there is something right in front of your fingertips. As you do this motion, you're going to be kind of pulling that arm away. As you enter your warrior two, palm centers may be directed to the front or down. It's yogi's choice. Make sure that the movement of your arm finishes together with, as you feel your external right foot line is pressed the most to the ground. So this was the inhale. With the coming exhalation, we're gonna return through reaching, this time upwards, as we elevate that right heel and our palms connect. Inhale and slowly keep reaching. So it's not just like lazy movement somewhere here. We keep reaching as we stand the right foot on the floor. With the exhalation, gazing up. Actually, try to follow your fingertips at every point. This is some additional challenge because this kind of becomes shaky and feels like, oh my god, like much harder than just be doing it watching same spot. Okay, exhale. Try to also focus that you're leading your arm above your head, you're watching it as you connect your feet, your palms together. Let's do one last wrap as you inhale, reaching out, actively following the fingertips with your eyes, setting the right foot edge on the ground. With exhalation, keep following, keep following, keep following. Yeah, not following, but following. As you enter your warrior one with arms in front of you. Now, one last wrap. As you inhale, let's open the arm. Let's set the external foot edge nicely to the ground. Now, with the exhalation, set the right palm on the edge of the right thigh, reaching up, inhaling, feeling both lungs at the same time, relaxing trapezius muscles. Reaching with the left. Now with the exhalation, keep driving the arm. Follow this stretch. Now inhaling, connect your palms together. Make sure you're steady on your both feet. They're flat. Your both thighs are rotated externally. It's okay to lean on the elbow. It's okay to connect the palms immediately. So now as we breathe in, gazing straight or watching the right palm fingertips and straightening the left knee at the same time. Place your active legs to feel comfortable in your hips. So if there's any shrinking, any compression, any feeling of breaking, let's make sure we check the feet to stay flat and even on the ground. We're lengthening through every direction into the crown, reaching out into fingertips. Torso is rotated enough so there is no too overwhelming feeling for the hips. Breathe in one more time with me, and as you exhale, let's go bend the knees. Let's return, stretching arms forwards, lifting the right heel up. Now one more breath, checking every direction in the body, extending through the right hip, like no feeling of compressing in the hips, but pushing against, lengthening, extending. Now with the coming exhale, the left palm goes on the right shoulder, right palm goes on the left. As you inhale, equalize the level, so you feel no too much curve or like bending in the spine. It feels a lot like nice straight even line. With a coming exhale, look through your left shoulder as your torso begin to twist. Make sure hips are remaining square, so keep relying on that right foot, all 5 toes. Again, figure out the torso level where it feels neutral, where your left, right and left of course, but of course also majorly it's your left glute under attack right now. Just make sure you feel this grilling of the muscle, this activation of the muscle is pretty even. Let's do one more breath as we open our arms, gaze straight or gaze to the left fingertips. And as you exhale, return to the center. Now we're gonna lay the right foot back on the floor as we wiggle it, coming closer, making sure we're stable on both of our feet. One more, opening, reaching up. Now it's for us to decide whether we want to connect the palms into this grip. Slightly swing your body weight towards the right foot, lifting the right heel, breathe in, and now begin the ascending with your crown. So make sure that this happens. Of course, you're pushing with your right foot, but your attention is completely in your crown. Focus on it being driven up as you rise in, as we're here. Okay. Of course, it's okay also to hold your knee. In this scenario, you are repeating the previous movements as we did in the beginning of the class. If the grip works for you, check the neutrality, breathe in. With exhalation, straighten the leg. Now point the toes down, breathe in. Point the toes away, breathe out. One additional breath, rotate the foot one side. One additional breath, the opposite side. Bend the knee, breathing in. Set the feet together together on the floor. It's okay also to bring some movement, some vibration. Let's take another sip of water. Feels so good right now. How we doing? All good, ladies? Are we sweating a little bit? Great. Yeah, I feel steamy, definitely. Even there is a bunch of AC, oxygen around, air around, but it feels kind of steamy, kind of hot. Now let's go into one more Vinyasa round as we feel stable, toes connected, heels have a bit of a gap between. Relax the shoulders, find your neutrality, sense the even pressure in your feet. Feel where my pelvis gotta be in order for me to sense that equality of the pressure. And with the coming inhalation, lengthen through the crown just to sense the length of the tissue connecting your skull with your feet. It's like magic. I don't know how we do it, humans, but we do it. We're actually equipped with those perfect proprioceptors that will always tell us through sensation about our location in the space, about how actually our body and muscles are doing. So right now, as you continue focusing on that feeling, just in order to create a little bit of a contrast, as with the coming inhalation, you elevate in your crown, not too much, just the right amount of activation to feel the length. But with the exhale, spread your fingers in opposite direction. So as you lift the crown, feel a little, not really much of a stretch, but more again of the length. So the skull connected with your hands as well, with the tips of each finger, like a Rain Man right now. Figure this out, literally everything I described. And as you're ready to go further with the coming inhalation, as you rotate without releasing that activation. So as you stretch your fingertips, begin rotating your palms externally to feel this reflect in your shoulders. With the exhale, gazing up, Only with your eyes, not lifting your chin too much, not to break your perfect neck neutrality. Connect the fingertips above the floor. Now with the common inhale, let's step the right leg away. Let's kind of give it a little bit of back bend as you lean on 5 toes of yours, breathing in. Now from here, we're gonna go into the perfect balance, something like a bowl, not really the third warrior, but more of like, let's keep this arch, this pleasant opening in the body as long as we can, ideally till we go to the parallel to the floor position. So let's say the right foot and the hands be in the same level. All this happens with exhalation. With the inhale, drive and the palms, the crown up till we touch the floor. With the foot, breathe in, check your shoulders to be rotated externally. If for some reason this is not like me, then you can actually connect the palms like this on your sacrum and then shorter this leverage. So instead of your fingertips being driven, drive your crown to compensate the motion. So as you end up with your head in your perspective, in your sensation on the same level with the foot. Let's do one more. As we inhale, so choose which one is this. Yeah, and of course we feel the difference. It's not like it's a bit above the regular warrior. Let's make sure we're active here. Palms, head, the right foot, toes away, and it doesn't matter if this looks perfect, it's gonna feel even. Yeah, so perfection is in the sensation. Let's return with the feet together, breathing in, gazing up with the exhalation, reaching down till fingertips or palms reach to the floor. Split your feet apart, lay the palms flat, breathing in, lift the heels, knees into the armpits. With the exhalation, drive your head forwards till your foot lifts up. One breath, breathe in. Breathe out, prepare to jump or step into the plank. Inhale in, plank. Exhaling, down facing dog. Feet stay apart, bend in the knees, softening your hips. With the common inhalation, articulate from the bottom vertebrae, your spine into the rounded curve as you bring some weight towards your palms. With the inhalation, drive the sitting bones. Articulate your spine from the bottom to the top vertebrae, again into the wave to the front. Inhale and drive in the bottom spines all the way to the back and up. With the exhalation, articulating them forwards. Now we go into round the back. Push the space between the scapulas higher while you relax your neck and kind of tuck the chin on the chest, but without effort. Just make your head hang here, pressing up against your palms. Switch to the back of your feet, making sure your the center of your feet are pushing against the ground. Tighten the kneecaps, lower the hips enough into neutral, relaxed position as you continue pushing the space between your scapulas slightly higher up. One more exhale, inhale and bend the knees. Step or jump towards your palms, halfway up, inhale. With exhalation, roll your spine all the way up. Inhaling, feet together, pressing up, lengthening through the crown into your fingertips, connecting them fingers. With exhalation, stepping the left foot away. Now as I just remembered, we gotta add on here this little thingy. So we're gonna step the left leg all the way to the back, making sure you're leaning on all 5 toes. Now we're gonna add inhalation and driving the fingertips and the crown forwards till we stand up, and exhalation to return all the way back. Again, inhale to drive yourself all the way to the front. Exhale, return to the warrior one. Remember to relax the shoulders. One more. Inhale to stand in the warrior three. And now with the exhale, just elevate yourself upwards till your leg naturally touches the ground with a delicate step to the back. Now as we gaze up, as we drive our hands above and slightly behind, so you feel this open, and it's the back bend, securing yourself with this pillar of the left leg. Slowly begin going, descending down Stop at the moment you feel your palms and your foot are in the same level, okay, slightly above your head. With the exhale, return. Just 2 more. If it feels like, oh, my body's shaking too much or not listening to me, then put your palms connected on your sacrum and stop every time you feel the foot and the head are in the same line. Return. Let's do one more, just one final. Breathing in, palm or head, palms or head, same level with your foot. Remember, they've got to be active, so point the toes away, pull the fingertips away, and return. This is it. Now we're gonna just step the feet together, inhaling, reaching up, splitting the feet wider. With the exhalation, driving the sitting bones, relaxing through the spinal length. Again, allowing your body to be intuitive, perhaps twisting, right, left. Don't forget your eyes. Every twist begins with gazing. And also maybe nodding, right, like yes or no. As soon as you feel, as you're ready, please reach with your fingertips, reach to your heels. Kind of hide your inner forearm surfaces behind your calves, and just again check out what happens in your scapula or in between on that level of your spine. Let the head be heavy, let the neck really embrace that decompression. So try not to shrink right now. If it's way too hard, then bend the knees and let your torso get that support. Also roll a couple times for the length of your feet towards the heels, towards the toes. As you do those swishes, let the spine decompress more. Perhaps even feel the reflection of that swinging and how your spine gets longer every time you transfer your body weight on the toes. As you feel the most decompressed, take one more inhale softly into your nose. And exhaling as you allow the neck spines extend from each other, the chestal spines, and moving your attention into your low back. Just perhaps delicately bending the elbows slightly, moving, like extending that space between your spines. Just gently, a little more, not too much, not to scare the relaxation out. And now we're gonna slowly slide the fingers forwards without lifting the head, just gazing forwards. Now pointing toes outside as we slowly, gracefully squat, and only as your buttocks appear on the bottom, naturally your head elevates. Allow all this blood moving away from your skull back to the torso. Now either you're holding onto the floor or already connecting the palms in this prayer-like position, swinging maybe to the right, to the left, and again making inventory, rolling through the feet length. It's okay also if you're not all the way squatted to do something like this. And now choose your favorite foot. Let's say you want to lean on the right or left. Up to you, complete yogi choice. So as you lean, let's say on your left, stretch the right outwards and sit using your both sitting bones. Now we're gonna just stay here figuring out to make arrangements that both sitting bones could land evenly. So make sure the left foot slides enough, the right leg stretches as well enough. And before doing more invasive stretches, let's check to sense the neutral spinal line, and with a common inhalation, rotating shoulders external, lengthening through the crown. Just fill in the open space, fill in the length of arms, legs, and the spine. With the exhale, right palm goes on the left shoulder, left goes on the right. Looking through the right shoulder, we're going to turn, actively gazing first. Let the neck twist follow, let the chest twist follow as you remain sitting on both sitting bones. So as you twist, make sure you're not leaning too much on the right. That's more probable. Like, let's say the left, but that's less probable. Let's spend here one more breath. Try to relax your limbs, arms and legs. Even let your elbows kind of lower itself down. Breathing in, and now as you are in this twist, with the common inhalation, kind of lengthen a little bit, though you're in a twist, but kind of elevate your crown a bit more. And with the exhale, begin searching, like bend into your left shoulder, which is covered with the right palm, searches for the left foot. So just kind of trying to lay on your left side of the body, and just make sure you relax, decompress your hips. Keep gazing up as you at the same time twisting your neck, twisting your spine to your right, breathing in, lengthening through this twisted spine. With the exhalation, allow yourself to go slightly deeper, slightly lower. And now unwind your hands and push that left elbow underneath your which is at left knee, so kind of reach with the full foot length. Now look forwards. Your arms are naturally to the right and left from your torso. Slide the foot, toward the camera, slide the left foot a little bit forwards. Oh, that's too much. Like this. So there we are, a little bit forwards, and then figure out, with you completely turned away from your right leg, sliding the arms naturally to the sides. With the exhalation, say as your left heel moves away from you, how low are you willing to go down without too much stress. Just making sure your sitting bones are both seated steadily on the floor, your shoulders are square, your spine is neutral and decompressed. Let's take one more breath softly into your nose. And exhale. Now we're gonna bend the left knee, moving the left arm from underneath it. And up to you, as you already turned to your right leg sideways, my suggestion would be point the toes up, but you can choose whether you want to lean on the full length of your arm, or if that felt quite cozy, to be a bit lower before. And on your elbow, same thing. What we're going to do next is stretch the left arm actively, yeah? So each fingertip is engaged. With the inhalation, following with your gaze, follow with your left palm fingertips till your torso turns. There is still a good contact of your sitting bones with the ground, so feel that this rotation is somewhere above the mid of your back. When you lean on your right arm, both elbow or hand, this should still feel like you're not squishing into it too much. It feels more like you're elevated, moving towards your left. And next, as you relax your left leg as well, making sure the left sitting bone is there on the floor, reaching above your head, perhaps try to kind of creating the traction, so pull your spine from your pelvis on both sides evenly, okay? So I don't want you to smash your right hip right now, just completely with the body weight. That's why your first initial movement is away from that right leg. Even try to push the heel away. This will help to secure your right hip from being smashed. And as you keep reaching, even keep looking above, you'll feel more of you pulling the spine from your pelvis, especially if you push that left sitting bone into the ground. And then question number 2 would be whether you reach to the foot or not. That's totally optional, as long as you feel this pulling from the pelvis momentum. That looks good. And with the calm inhalation, we're gonna return, rising up with the exhale. We're just gonna cross the shin into a comfortable seated position. As there is one more round ahead, just close your eyes for a moment. Feel the change. Feel how good you were in this practice, how committed you were to secure your own, I would say, biology, the comfort zone that you feel in your body, that well that you do. Listen into your body, navigating the practice the way that serves you. So just notice those accomplishments, that blood circulation, that feeling of space, that lack of trauma in your body right now. And as we feel ready, we're gonna return to the centered position as we squat and Continue swishing right and left, making sure that shoulders are relaxed, that the head position is according to the pelvis. So it works like, same system. As the glutes go lower, head goes up. So just witnessing that holisticity in the body. And this time we're gonna go on the other side. So let's say if it's your right foot, stretch the left, allow yourself to squat deeper, slide the right foot enough till you feel both sitting bones are on the ground. Now we're gonna breathe in, and with the coming exhalation, this time left palm goes on the right shoulder, right palm goes on the top of the left shoulder. Let's breathe in one more, just sensing this neutrality. And as we exhale, begin looking through your right shoulder. Just as you twist through your gaze, through your neck into your chest, spine, making sure you sense the right position in the spine so it feels even, feels neutral, like the spine, imagine like a stick growing from the center of your pelvis. So keep allowing that to happen. Let's breathe in one more. With exhalation, keep twisting slightly deeper till you lower yourself, till it feels safe. Now look down, unwind your arms, push the right elbow underneath the right knee. As your spine, keep following the intuitive feeling of your spine, just being neutral, being in the right spot, not too much on the right, not too much on the right, in the middle, where it feels like lightness, like warmth, like good comfort zone versus anything hurting. Let's breathe in one more time as we lengthen through the spine, relaxing, decompressing the hips. Now with the exhalation, let your palms slide apart. See how low you're willing to push that right heel away from yourself, just to use the weight of that right knee to pleasantly, the key word is pleasantly, invite your torso to the ground. Spend one more breath, just sending it to where it feels needed right now. Maybe it's your feet to relax, maybe it's under the right knee, maybe it's somewhere in your sacrum, maybe it's even somewhere in the neck or in between squeezed teeth. Just decompress. And now as we return, removing the right elbow from underneath the right leg, remaining in the straight leg position, leaning on the left palm or left elbow, stretching the right arm in front of us with the coming inhalation as we activate the arm. So we're reaching out away actively till you feel the complete twist, like gaze and following, looking with your eyes to the right palm fingertips. And then as you feel settled, press both sitting bones, engage that right sitting bones to the floor, and then reach up above your head. Feel this decompression, feel like it's nicely pulling your spine evenly. Of course, the left side is kind of contracted more, but as you reached up and you twisted and pressed both sitting bones, then this secures your spine, your low back spine on both sides. So make sure we're not smashing the left side. And then perhaps, but not necessarily, you don't have to grab the foot. It might happen, it might not. Most precious is the decompression in your low back. Now we're gonna rise up, breathing in. With the exhalation, we're crossing them shins. We're putting ourselves in a nice, cozy seated position. Closing eyes, relaxing facial muscles. Just noticing what happens in the body right now. Maybe any differences, compare right and left side. And now we're going to lift the right thumb and completely compress the right nostril. Next breaths we only doing with the left or through the left nostril. So exhale completely through the left. And then just allow the air to return. No counting, just feel the moment when your body will be satisfied with the air. Breathe soft, breathe slow. Notice how your body decompresses and extends into the space. Allow it to grow. you feel the satisfaction of inhale, don't try to make anything deeper or bigger. Just immediately start exhaling through the left nostril. And if you feel like you'd rather do this laying, that's an option. You can do that. Keep breathing with the left. As you reach that natural satisfaction of just enough of inhalation, begin the relaxed exhale through the left as well, till it feels completely done and there is nothing left. In order to get there, it's also okay to soften the position, maybe even curve the spine. So absolutely giving up to that breath. And as you inhale again, relaxing into that breathing into that relaxed tissue, feeling the spaces in your body, and then as you exhale, shake off all the tension, the leftovers of feeling maybe boxy in the body, maybe too rough or too tight or numb. Send that softness, send that relaxation exactly into that part of the body that needs it the most right now. Let's just do one more soft inhale. And soft exhale. Notice that perhaps your exhalation is longer than the inhalation by now. Right now you might stay in the seated position if that resonates with you, or lay down. Another arrangement to help the spine to decompress. Enter the most comfortable Shavasana position. It's okay also to cover, not to get cold. First minute of Shavasana, we're going to be using certain breath pattern in order to put us into the deepest relaxed mode, into the creator mode, to tell our nerve system that we're not fighting or flying from anything. We are here, we're right now, we're thriving, we're where we gotta be. In order to do that, for the next common breath cycle, you're gonna be inhaling for 5 counts. Then you're going to be holding a pause for another 5. Make sure it's comfortable to you, so don't push yourself into arrangement that feels too awkward. So you can optimize it for you, maybe count to 3 or count faster, or count slower. However it is, make sure that your inhalation and breath hold are even. And then your exhale will be for 10. So if it was 5, exhale is 10, or twice longer than the rest. Okay, let's make sure we're on it. We're going to do about 5 reps of that. And let's make sure that everything feels familiar and comfortable. Don't push yourself into any kind of argument with your own body. Just naturally follow. If you'll figure out that you want to do it shorter or longer, then just go with that. And if you're interested in additional, more calming effect, then you might do the same thing, but continuing breathing only with the left nostril as we did before. So you can try, you can just rely on your own judgment, what resonates mostly with you. If you feel like to do it with the left nostril or with both. Sometimes it's just worth trying both to figure out. Sometimes you already know. Just rely on your intuition. Anything you choose right now would be right. Okay. And let's remember, we're only getting familiar with certain breath works. Right now, after one more breath cycle, as you be breathing in for, let's say, 5 counts or as many counts as feels right to you, as you'll be holding your breath for that 5 as feels right to you. Then after you will exhale for those 10 counts or as many as feels right to you, you will stop breathing. So after that last exhalation, hold a short pause, and you can literally compress your nose in order not to let the air come in, or just make that swallowing motion in your throat. Right now, as you hold in your breath, the most interesting part begins. You will probably very quickly feel the urge to breathe in, but add on another 3 seconds and try to relax into that urge. That will do the magic. And as we're just getting familiar with that, just do it once. That's okay. That's just the beginning. Your nerve system will remember that, will indicate that. As you actually moved a little deeper from your discomfort into your comfort, as you relaxed into that, and after you held that breath pause, let yourself inhale and hold another short pause for, let's say, about 15 seconds. Same way, either compressing your nose or just swallowing motion with your throat. This breath hold will be very satisfactory. So it's going to energize you, kind of add on some energy into the places or spaces where it wasn't before. So let's say all the released energy from the previous breath hold will get evenly spread into your whole system. And just one more time to finalize this. Either after that breath work right now, completely relax, or you might want to repeat it just one more time to make sure everything's settled well. So if you want to repeat that one more time, do one additional breath, counting 5 or how many feels good to you for inhale. Same amount for the pause after inhale. Then twice longer exhale, but don't pressure yourself too much there. Just let the exhalation happen naturally. More of relax into that than try to force yourself to do the long exhale. And after the pause, and after the exhale, hold the pause. Feel yourself now. Feel that critical moment when you'll be urgently willing to inhale. And just relax instead of going with the panic. Relax into that discomfort for additional couple seconds, maybe this time a bit longer. You're almost near the death experience right now. That's how your nerve system is taking that. But you being able to distance yourself from that will make miracles. So as you move yourself slightly deeper, relaxing into that critical discomfort, now embrace the air. Let yourself be rewarded with that oxygen. But try to stay also calm without any too of exaggeration of like inhaling too deep. Just remain calm, let the air return into your lungs, and then again block your throat, just to keep it for a little bit. And perhaps even with some internal mantra like, I am allowed to get, I am allowed to receive, I am receiving the goods of this world. I'm taking, I'm allowed to take, I'm allowed to enjoy. If anything like that resonates with you, or just create your own. And then after that breath hold, let the air come out and completely relax. Exhale with a sigh. Let that sound enter deep into your mind and receive the deep, complete relaxation. Thank you so much. Your presence truly matters.